Assalamualaikum, students and friends. In today's episode, we take a revisit of elastic potential energy and how it is related to gravitational potential energy and kinetic energy. So just stick around, watch and learn. The question is, a 3.00 kilogram fish is attached to the lower end of a vertical spring that has a negligible mass and with a force constant K equals 900 point Newton per meter. This spring initially is neither stretched nor compressed. The fish is released from rest. Question letter A. What is its speed after it has reached 0.0500 meter from its initial position? Question letter B. What is the maximum speed of the fish as it descends? Let acceleration due to gravity be equal to 9.80 meters per second squared. It's illustrated in the diagram. We are given the mass of the fish equal to 3.00 kilogram, and the fish is attached to the lower end of a vertical spring that has a negligible mass and with a force constant K equals 900 point Newton per meter in three significant figures. The spring initially is neither stretched nor compressed. So we label the point that connects the mouth of the fish and the lower end of this spring as y sub 1. All right, so we consider this as our reference. Y sub 1 is equal to 0. When the fish is released from rest and moves to a vertical displacement y sub 2, all right, where y sub 2 is given as negative 0.0500 meter, in other words, a displacement below the reference point, hence it is negative. So when the fish is displaced 0.0500 meter below the initial point, whereas to determine the speed of the fish, denoted by small letter v, all right? So we take note that the change in the vertical displacement, delta y, is equal to negative 0.0500 meter minus 0. That's why it's indicated here with a negative sign. And in question letter B, we are asked to determine the maximum speed of the fish as it descends, right? So for our solution, we apply the law of conservation of mechanical energy. And that means at the initial position, y sub 1, all right, the total mechanical energy denoted by capital E is equal to 0. And when the fish, all right, reaches the position y sub 2, all right, uh, its total mechanical energy is conserved, so it's still equal to 0, but it is now the sum of its kinetic energy and the what you call gravitational potential energy and elastic potential energy. All right, so as we continue with our computation, may I just reiterate that in applying the law of conservation of mechanical energy, we take note that at its initial position, that is at the point y sub 1, which is equal to 0, all right, we say that the total mechanical energy of the fish is equal to 0. And this is because it has no kinetic energy, all right, because it started from rest. It also has no gravitational potential energy simply because we assume that y sub 1 is our reference point. So relative to y sub 1, the phase has no gravitational potential energy. And likewise, it has zero elastic potential energy because it was emphasized in the question that initially the spring is neither compressed nor stretched, right? So, in other words, the sum of all these forms of energy must be equal to 0. That is initially, all right? And when the body is at y sub 2, all right? Y sub 2 is the new position of the fish, all right? So, we express the gravitational potential energy of the fish relative to y sub 1, or the reference point, as the product of its mass times acceleration due to gravity and the change in the vertical displacement delta y. All right? So take note, we are using the reference y sub 1 here, all right, uh, in describing the gravitational potential energy. We need to always have a reference point. So when we substitute, the mass of the fish is 3.00 kilogram. We multiply that by acceleration due to gravity, g equals 9.80 meters per second squared. We choose the value with three significant figures. And then, of course, delta y is negative 0.0500 meters. So when we do our math, we get the value of the gravitational potential energy of the fish at y sub 2 equals negative 1.47 joules. Again, the meaning of the negative sign is that with respect to y sub 1, all right, the gravitational potential energy of the fish is negative 1.47 joules. Now, its elastic potential energy is expressed as 1/2 of the product of the force constant K and the square of the vertical displacement delta y. So substituting, we get 1/2 of 900 point Newton per meter and multiplied also by negative 0.0500 meter, that will be squared. So again, simplifying, we get the value of the elastic potential energy of the fish, all right, equal to 1.13 in three significant figures, 1.13 joules. So based on the law of conservation of energy, the total mechanical energy of the fish at y sub 2 must also be equal to 0, all right? And this is the sum of the kinetic energy, the potential energy, gravitational, as well as the elastic potential energy. And since we are to determine the speed of the fish at position y sub 2, all right? So we can equate the kinetic energy, 1/2 mv squared, to the difference in the gravitational potential energy and elastic potential energy, which you already have determined earlier. All right, that is uh, the kinetic energy at position y2 is equal to the difference, all right, of 1.47 joules. This is the amount of gravitational potential energy, and 1.13 joules for the elastic potential energy. So that means, all right, we can now have the value of the speed b determined using the formula square root of twice, all right, uh, 2 times the difference in the potential energy, all right, 0.340 joules is the difference between 1.47 joules and 1.13 joules. And that will be divided by the mass of the fish, 3.00 kilogram. So doing your math, we can find the value of the speed of the fish, all right, when it is at position y sub 2, equal to 0.476 meters per second. Now, for question letter B, determine the maximum speed of the fish as it descends. Okay, we do not know exactly at what position will the fish have the maximum speed. All right, it's not given in the question. So we will recall back the concept of Newton's first law of motion, the law of dynamic equilibrium. That means at that maximum speed or Vmax, all right, the fish experiences no what we call net force. All right, so the net force must be equal to 0. All right, and the two forces, such as force of gravity or the weight of the fish and the force of the spring, must balance each other. That's why we have here the net force is the vector sum of the elastic force or the spring force ky sub 3 minus the weight of the fish mg. All right, and determining the value of y sub 3. This is the vertical position where the fish will have its maximum speed. So y sub 3 is just equal to the weight of the fish divided by the force constant k. That is, y sub 3 is equal to 3.00 kilogram times 9.80 meters per second squared divided by 900 point Newton per meter. And finally, when you do our math, we get the value of y sub 3 equal to 0.0327 meters. All right? This is understood to be below the initial point or the reference y sub 1. So at this position, y sub 3, okay, the fish will have its maximum speed. So in just a short while, we're going to use this um, value for y sub 3 to determine the maximum speed. Continuing with our computation for the Vmax. All right. So at position y sub 3, which we just determined earlier, the law of conservation of mechanical energy still applies. That is, the kinetic energy, all right, 1 half mv squared or 1 half mv max squared plus the elastic potential energy 1 half k y sub 3 squared and the potential energy mg y sub 3, all right, their sum can be equated to 0. All right. Now, for simplicity, we get rid of the coefficient 1/2 by multiplying the whole equation by 2. And this is what we get. All right. 2 multiplied by 1/2 ky sub 3 squared, all right, will eliminate the coefficient 1/2. So we just have this ky sub 3 squared. And for mgy3, okay, when multiplied by 2, of course, it becomes 2mg y sub 3. And for 1/2 mb max squared, we also eliminate 1/2. All right. So again, our target variable is to determine b max. So if you're going to transpose, all right, mb max squared or isolate it, then we will have, or we will be able to determine the value of b max. But again, for simplicity, we will do it term by term. First, we express ky sub 3 squared as the value of the force constant K, 900 Newton per meter, multiplied by the square of y sub 3, which we said is negative 0.0327 meters. All right? Or that is equal to ky sub 3 squared has a value of 0.962 joules. Likewise, we do the same thing for 2 mg y sub 3. That is 2 times the mass, 3.00 kilogram, and multiplied by 9.80 meter per second squared times y sub 3, negative 0.0327 meters. All right, doing our math, we also get the value of 2 mg y sub 3 equal to negative 1.92 joules. All right, so now we can proceed in determining the value of the Vmax, right? So Vmax can just be determined by getting the square root of the difference between 1.92 joules and 0.962 joules. All right. So negative 1.92 joules, when transferred to the other side of the equation here, becomes positive. All right. While ky sub 3 squared, 0.962 joules becomes negative. All right. So getting their difference and then dividing by the mass, 3.06 kilograms, we finally get the value of Vmax, all right, equal to 0.565 meters per second. All right, so this is the answer to question letter B, the maximum speed of the fish as it descends, and this happens at a vertical position, all right, equal to negative 0.0327 meters, all right, relative to the reference point or the initial point y sub 1. And that concludes our lesson for this topic. Till the next episode, mabuhay. MashaAllah. Thank you very much. Alhamdulillah. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.